Here comes the money. You're now listening to the Gambling with Gold podcast with Jason Gold. Presented by Champions Round.
What is going on? Welcome to episode 113 of Gambling with Gold. This is our NFL Week 7 Best Bets. Joey Mariello, as always on the Friday show, joining me. How you feeling about this slate? You ready to make some money this weekend?
I'm feeling good. We're halfway through the year, and the money's got to start coming in now. I like this slate a lot, so let's do it.
First 4 weeks of the season, we were printing money. Last 2 weeks of the season, we have been giving it back. Hopefully, we get back on track here for Week 7. Before we jump in to the slate for this week in our top bets, 3 things to tell you about on Champions Round. We have a 7 stakes contest going on for a Darnell Mooney signed jersey for Monday Night Football. All you have to do is text 310-564-7176 with the code MOONMAN for entry into that contest. If you win that contest, you win the Darnell Mooney signed jersey. We're also giving away a Deontay Johnson signed jersey for Sunday Night Football. Head to our Twitter account or our Instagram account for more information on how you can enter to win that. And we talked about this last night. We have a video on YouTube breaking down the Christian McCaffrey trade to the San Francisco 49ers. We were giving away a Panthers signed Christian McCaffrey jersey right now as a rapid giveaway on our Twitter and Instagram accounts. Head over there for more information on how you can win that jersey. Last time to get a Carolina Panthers Christian McCaffrey signed jersey. Excited to see if he plays for the 49ers come Sunday. All right, let's jump into the slate. Joey, top 5 bets against the spread, whatever you have on the board. Give me them. What do you got as number 1?
All right, starting us off, I got Colts plus 2.5. I like the points, and I love the Colts. JT's back. It's hard to beat a divisional team twice. And the Titans do not seem anything special to me. Their only really skilled player is Derrick Henry. I don't like Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts are also 16-3 in road revenge games. I love the Colts. It's a fun stat. There's no way that they lose again.
So I like the Colts at plus 8.5. Total set at, I think, 42. So great place to use them as a teaser piece. I did bet them at plus 3 earlier in the week. And I also did a weird flip. I have Tennessee first half -1. Tennessee's gotten off to some decent starts, and Indianapolis has been fucking terrible in the first halves this season. So I guess my question for you is, do you believe that Indianapolis can keep it rolling with these miracle wins, or do you think the Titans can get it done on the ground? I guess you think the Colts will, but do you trust Matt Ryan for the rest of the season?
I do trust Matt Ryan. I mean, he's been slinging the ball. He makes a lot of mistakes, but there's too many weapons around him, especially with JT back, that he's going to have a load off his shoulders. And I think if their defense contains Derrick Henry, this is an easy win, easy cover for the Colts.
All right. I like it. I don't have any particular order in my picks. I've tried that before, ranking them. I don't want to do that this week. So we're just going to start off, and we're going to go to the grossest place on the board that I could possibly imagine. We're going to the Denver Broncos.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to take the Denver Broncos -1. We're going to take the Jets at +7 as a teaser piece too. I think Denver wins by 3. I think it's a low-scoring game. Denver's defense has been awesome this season. I think that this Jets team, despite the fact that they've had a couple of really, really impressive wins, and they're starting to get things going, there's good juju there. I think Elijah Moore absolutely crushed all the juju there.
Yes.
I don't think it happens. Zach Wilson going to Denver to play in that environment. I think that they get it done. I know everyone's going to say, oh, you're going to get a gimpy Russell Wilson. He's been gimpy the entire season. He stinks. Okay? We get it. He stinks. We'll be lucky if Denver puts up 20 points in this game. They need to win desperately. And you know what I want? I want a desperate Broncos team at home against a Jets team that's flying in high. Give me this line that should be a lot higher than -1, Denver -1 all day long. I'll go down with the battleship here. I don't care.
100%. That was under my best bets too. It's got to be Broncos money line. It just has to be. It's only a matter of time.
The Jets are like, they're getting money in this game. All the public is coming in on the Jets. So what am I doing here? All right, so here's the numbers from Action Network. 75% of the bets and 47% of the money is coming in on the Jets. 75% of the public is backing the fucking New York Jets. Guess what? This is the time to jump off of that train right now. Do not bet the Jets this weekend unless you're doing it as a teaser piece. Love doing it to 7 just because I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. All right, what do you got for your number 2 bet?
Number 2 bet, I got a team total over. I got the Bucks team total over 27 going against the Panthers. I think that should be an easy number to reach. They'll probably finish at 31, 32. You're going against a team that is in absolute shambles right now. I do think in a couple weeks, the Panthers will pick it up somehow and kind of make this like late season rally despite what's going on with their franchise. But Bucks are coming back. Brady's going to be slinging it, especially after last week. So I'd like the team total over 27.
Wow, what an interesting pick for your number 2 pick. I kind of love it. Go for it.
Yeah, let's go.
Be interested to see by the end of the weekend if Brian Burns is on the Panthers anymore or not, or even if they decide to sit him just to preserve his trade value in case they do want to trade him at a future date. I think this Bucs offense is going to get going at some point. I think 11 points is probably way too high given where their offense is right now. But is Carolina going to score anything in this game? I find it hard to imagine that they're going to at all. So I kind of like Tampa in that game. All right, my number 2 bet of the week. The team that Christian McCaffrey just got traded to. We're going to take the San Francisco 49ers plus 2.5 at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. San Francisco, number 2 team in the NFL in yards per play differential, 4.2 yards per play on defense. That is the best in the NFL. If any team is capable of stopping the Kansas City Chiefs, it is this team. I think that they get it done at home. I think that they win outright, putting Kansas City in a 2-loss losing streak. Just love San Francisco in this spot. And all the good juju in the building. We don't know if Christian McCaffrey is going to play. My guess is he probably plays a little bit. They still have Jeff Wilson, not too concerned about it. I just love this defensive matchup for San Francisco against Kansas City. I think they'll be able to slow them down. I think they get it done at home.
Yeah, that's a huge game too. You heard me when I said last night that I think the 49ers right now in my power rankings are number 2. I don't care what anyone says. This is the game they prove it. Their defense has to shut down Mahomes. Yeah, this is the game. So I like the 49ers too, 100%.
All right, what's your next bet?
Next bet, Giants, Jags. This game's wacky to begin with. The Giants are a 3-point underdog. Weird, I get it's in Florida, but give me the under 42.5. If the Giants aren't winning this game, like everyone thinks they're going to upset the Jags, I can't see points being scored. You got 2 really not effective offenses. I think the Giants are kind of waiting to crumble. They've been getting a little lucky with their offense with having no weapons and just still getting wins. So I like the under 42.5 in this one.
I am on the over 42 in that game.
Okay.
I'm on the over because someone that I know in Vegas sent it to me. That's basically it. Someone told me that it's a good bet to bet on the over there. So I did. I don't necessarily have an angle in that game. You're switching already. I mean, it's 77% of the bet, 69% of the money is coming in on the over in that game. I don't know. It definitely moved. It moved from 42 to 43. So something to look at and be a little concerned about if you like the under there. But my number 3 pick this week is the Jacksonville Jaguars -3. And I'll go back to that yards per play differential stat. Jacksonville, number 10 in the NFL in terms of yards per play differential, meaning their offense is gaining way more yards per play than their defense is allowing. Usually that's a good indicator of how good your team is as a whole and what success you will find over the course of a season. Meanwhile, the New York Giants, luckiest team in the NFL, number 28 in yards per play differential. I think this is a great spot for bounce back on the Jaguars, who have not played well closing out games the last 2 weeks. We know the Giants are incredibly well coached. That's fine. I think that they're not going to find any success on offense, which kind of makes me question my over, I guess. But I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars will be able to find a lot of success offensively in this game, and they'll be able to get it done.
All right.
All right. What do you got for your number 4?
Number 4. This is not a biased pick. I usually don't even mention them on here when we're talking best bets, but I love the Dolphins -7. I got to say it. Tua's back. That whole team revolves around Tua. We've seen that. They won the first 3 games with him and then absolutely shit the bed the last 3. I think this whole team in Miami too, wearing the throwbacks, is coming in with some crazy momentum. They got a lot of people back from injuries. And on the Steelers side, I don't know what's going on with the quarterback situation. Pickett had a concussion, but he's practicing. Now he's playing. Everyone thought Mitch was going to play. I don't know. It seems like a mess over there in Pittsburgh. I don't think everyone's 100% as they're making it seem. Dolphins -7 at home, coming back from a 3 losing streak.
This is the first of what you said would be 7 straight wins for the Miami Dolphins, which is an interesting hot take, but a great hot take nonetheless. I love the over 45 in this game. I would advise you to go bet that now before this number goes up. That's all I got. We will talk about the Miami Dolphins a little bit more when we get to our survivor picks for week 7. All right. My number 4 pick on the board, give me the Houston Texans +7 at the Las Vegas Raiders. This all comes down to the differential in the betting market. 43% differential in the bets. I believe, if I can get this up quickly, they are that's the biggest difference on the board right now. We have 42% of the bets and 85% of the money is coming in on the Houston Texans at +7. I don't think the Raiders should be favored by 7 at home versus anyone in the NFL. And we know that this Texans team is very, very scrappy. I think they'll have some success in this game. I think the Raiders start off slow against Houston coming off of this bye. How about this? Give me a little Houston Texans first half money line, baby.
I'm with it 100%. This is also under my best bets. We were actually very similar this week, which I'm proud of myself for that one. I like it. Vegas's defense has been horrible. They're 28th in points allowed. And on the other end, Houston's 13th in points allowed. Houston's defense has been playing pretty good. Obviously, you don't have a lot going on offense, but I like Houston in this game. I could definitely see an upset here, even a Houston win. And I like the first half thing, because if it's going to happen, they got to start off hot.
Love it. All right, what's your last pick on the board, or do you have one more?
My last pick, I have the under. I'm on the unders again. Unders in the Packers Commanders. Packers are on a little bit of a losing streak. I don't like the way their offense has been going, and the Commanders are just about one of the worst teams in the league, in my opinion. Can't really see much going, but I do think the Commanders defense is able to limit Rodgers and that offense to field goals, not touchdowns. That's all they have to do. Rodgers is going to be moving the ball, but I don't think they're going to let him finish. So I like the under in that. 24th and 29th ranked offenses I should throw in there.
Number opened at 23 or 43.5. It's down to 41.5. 59% of the bets and 79% of the money is on that under. So I think that you are on the right side. I would just advise anybody out there, if you can get the 42, buy to 42. Very key number in the market. So make sure that under 42, Packers Commanders is your bet. All right, my last one. I'm going to let you decide which one I can throw in here. All right?
All right, let me hear it.
All right. Detroit +7 at Dallas, or Seattle +4.5 at the Chargers. So I bet Seattle at +6 earlier in the week. I love that number. That was a great value. Now 4.5. I think I'm losing a lot of value here. I don't know if Seattle can get this done against the Chargers, although they could win outright. I'm not 100% sure. The Chargers look like crap on Monday Night Football, and I like the Seattle offense. And their defense seems to be rounding out into form as well. On the other side of the ball, Detroit +7. Here's the deal. And I know a lot of sharps are actually on Dallas in this game, so that's kind of a scary part. But Goff indoors, the Lions indoors play much differently than they do outdoors. I think they will find a lot of success on that turf field in Dallas. Meanwhile, Dak is going to be starting his first game after injuring his finger. Does he start off slow? Is he rusty? Is he familiar with the receivers that they have now? Dallas seems to have a pretty good thing going with Cooper Rush under center. Now you throw everything into flux. And again, what the Eagles did to Detroit, or what the Eagles did to Dallas last week, they have a great offensive line. They were able to neutralize the defensive pressure from the Cowboys. Now you have the Detroit Lions team that does the exact same thing. That is a top 5 offensive line in the NFL. I'm not sure that Micah Parsons and crew will be able to find as much success against Detroit. Amon St. Brown should be back. DeAndre Swift might be back. I kind of like Detroit in this situation at +7.
I am 1,000% with you. I like Detroit. I like the Detroit pick better than the Seattle pick. I was a little up in the air about that game. Don't want to touch it. Detroit, pretty much exactly what you said, though. You got Dak coming back. They seemed comfortable with Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was winning them games, not saying he was doing anything. But now you got this Detroit team who is putting up the 3rd most points in the NFL. I know their defense absolutely sucks. Swiss cheese. But you're going to get Swift back. You're going to get St. Brown back. That offense is going to be scoring points. That is why I like the 7.5. If Dallas's offense starts off slow with Dak coming back in his first game, this game could easily go to Detroit.
All right. Love it. We got through all of our top 5 bets. We will recap this at the end of the show. Joey, if I don't remind you to do that, we have to do this at the end of the show, recap it for everybody. All right. Totals and teasers that I like this week. Totals. New York Giants over 42. Cleveland Browns Ravens over 45. Atlanta Cincinnati under 48. Seattle Chargers under 50, and Pittsburgh Miami over 45. All of those are going in as one unit plays, but like all of them a lot. If I had to pick one as my favorite, I would probably take Pittsburgh Miami over 45. Teaser pieces that I like this week, Joey. Let me know if you like any of these sides or if you hate any one of these sides in particular. All right. Miami -1. Obviously, I know you love the shit out of that one. New England -2 against Chicago on Monday Night Football at home. Like that?
I love that.
All right. Dallas -1 against Detroit. I feel a little iffy about that because I'm going to be on the Detroit side.
Yep, that's the only one that.
All right. Indianapolis +8.5. Love that one.
Unreal. Yep.
All right. Las Vegas -1. Dicey because of Houston. Maybe we take them outright.
Dicey, but I don't know because we like Houston in that game +7. I don't think Houston's going to win that game. So I don't know. That one's not too bad for me. Don't mind it.
All right. 2 more. Jets +7 against the Broncos. Again, we are on the Broncos side at -1, but Jets +7 should be a low scoring game.
Yeah, I could see that. This game could easily finish like 17-10.
And then last one, San Francisco +8.5 at home against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, great.
All right,
100%
cool.
with that.
Love that. So any way that you want to pair these following teams together in a teaser is what we would advise you to do. Miami -1, New England -2, Indianapolis +8.5, Las Vegas -1, New York Jets +7, and the San Francisco 49ers +8.5. Those are our teaser pieces for the week. Choose your own adventure there, but I think all of those will end up being good pieces. All right, you want to talk about Survivor?
Let's talk about Survivor.
All right, so here are the 5 options for Survivor. Now, we're going to use my method is we eliminate all road teams, we eliminate all division games, and the spread has to be above 6 at least. All right, so here are the 5 teams that you have an option to play with this week. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Detroit Lions, New England Patriots versus the Bears, Miami versus Pittsburgh, Las Vegas versus Houston, and Cincinnati versus Atlanta. Which of those 5 would you like to use for Survivor?
I like the Patriots against the Bears, and I like the Dolphins against the Steelers because these are 2 teams that are kind of on the fence about the playoffs at 3-3. In your Survivor pool specifically, you need to save these good teams, so you wouldn't use a team like the Bucs against the Panthers either. Like, I like the Dolphins or the Patriots. I think this is a perfect week to pick them because who knows what's going on with these teams. I like the spreads on both of them. I would probably roll with those 2.
I am leaning towards the Patriots for sure. I just want to see who's playing quarterback, whether it's going to be Zappy or Mac Jones. Regardless, I'm not sure if it changes my mind to go towards Miami. I think Miami is a little bit dicier just given Tua's coming back from the concussion, and I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and probably lock in New England. But if it is Mac Jones, I might have to take it away and take a second look.
I was going to say, who would you rather prefer? If you were going with the Patriots.
I would rather them roll with Zappy from now on because at least I know that's going to be a nice, safe play. I don't think the Bears can beat him. Mac Jones seems like a little bit more volatile.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's close out the show with a little round robin action. I did this last week. We didn't hit anything.
No, last week was bad.
Last week was bad. It's fine. It was bad on everything around the way. So, all right. Here we go. I did this earlier. I did 3s and 4s again. It's only 5 teams. $75 buy-in. A potential outcome of all 5 hit, $2,973. Okay, here we go. The Detroit Lions +270. The New York Giants +145, just because I think that game's highly variable. Indianapolis at +115. We love that part. Houston +255 to win, and Seattle +175. Combine all of those, get 3 of them, we're probably breaking even. Maybe we'll make a little bit of money. Get 4 of them, we're making a lot. We get 5. The entire bar is getting beers for the entire weekend, baby.
Let's do it. Yeah, and it's really crazy that the Seahawks line just changed. It's at +200 now. More juice.
Oh, more juice. All right, way to go put that in. Is there any underdog on the board that I did not include that I probably should have? I think the one that I missed would be I would take out the Giants and I would put in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I could see. I mean, I think you hit everything else on the head, though. I like the 49ers instead of the Giants because the that game is so sketchy when it comes to betting a team. So I am not going near that.
So we're going to take out the Giants. We're putting in San Francisco. We're going to end up around the same amount of money. All right, so let me recap that. Our round robin for week 7, moneyline, underdog, round robin parlay. Here we go. $75 to win basically $3,000. Detroit plus 270, San Francisco plus 130, Indianapolis plus 115, Houston plus 255, and Seattle at plus 200. Let's make some money, baby. Let us go. All right, here we go. Recap top 5 plays of the week. Joey, why don't you kick us off?
Colts plus 2.5, Broncos money line, under in the Packers Commanders, Bucks team total over 27, and the Miami Dolphins -7. If you want to get cute with it, Kenny Pickett makes mistakes, Dolphins defensive touchdown.
And here are my top 5 games against the spread for week 7. Detroit plus 7, Denver -1, San Francisco plus 2.5, Jacksonville -3, and the Houston Texans plus 7. Let's make this money, baby. I'm ready. Thank you for joining us on episode 113 of Gambling with Gold, week 7 NFL preview. Joey, let's go, baby. Let's make some money this weekend.
Let's do it. See you, man.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.